In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the AC condenser on this BMW X5. This is going to be located in the front of the engine bay. Before you start this job, bring the vehicle to a local shop to have the AC refrigerant removed from the system. Let's get into it. Take this panel off. I'm just using some trim tool pliers. Pull the push pins out. Grab the panel, slide it off, and disconnect the connector for the mass airflow sensor. Slide that out of the way. These two clips, we're just going to use a straight blade screwdriver, get behind there, pop those out, slide that off. Take these two bolts out, use a 10mm socket. Grab the airbox. Slides right out. And there's a clamp in the back here. We're going to loosen that up. Use a straight blade screwdriver. Take that off. There is a retainer that this wire is attached to. I'll just pop that off. Let's see, that was right there. And disconnect this connector up top. Just push down on the tab, slide that off. The other connector, to remove this connector, down below here there's a little tab you need to move. Just use a small straight blade screwdriver. You can see it right here. You're just pushing that to the side, then it slides out. I'm going to loosen up the fan clutch. We need a fan clutch removal tool. This is a 32mm, and this is reverse threads. So you're going to turn it clockwise to loosen it up. There we go. All right, that's loose. Once you get it loose, you can take the tool off. Normally loosen that up by hand. Once that's loose, now take the push pins out. I'm just going to use a side cutters. Pop these out. And same on this side. If you need to, you can push it from the back side first. Pop that center out. There we go. Fan shroud's loose. You can loosen up the fan the rest of the way. Just be careful once it gets towards the end, you don't want to drop it into the radiator. If you can avoid it. There we go, that's loose. Pull that off. And you want to pull these up together. There you go, pull that out. Underneath the vehicle, we're going to take this panel off. There's fasteners along the front. You may have some right there. You're going to use a 8mm socket. Take these off. Now on the sides, you may have some push pins. In the back, you're going to have a couple more screws. Use a 8mm socket. Take those out. Grab the panel and slide it down. At the base of the radiator on the driver's side there is a plug. Unfortunately on ours it actually broke off. What you would normally use is a Phillips head screwdriver and loosen that up with a drain bucket underneath. Drain the coolant out. So we're going to have to just drain the coolant out at the lower radiator hose. As you can see, the lower radiator hose is on the passenger side. So we're going to put a drain bucket under here, and we're going to take that hose off from above. Now disconnect the connector on the hose, just push down, slide that up. And using a pick, I'm just going to get under the little clip. With that up, you can grab the hose, give it a wiggle. Make sure you have a drain bucket underneath. And drain the coolant. Just let it drain just like that. It's starting to slow down a little bit, so I'm just going to take the cap off. It'll help it drain a little quicker. Pull that off. One of the O-rings just fell off. Underneath the reservoir, there's a little latch right here. I'm just going to pop that back, just like that. You can see there is a wire that's connected. You want to disconnect the wire. It's for the level sensor. Just push down on the tab, slide that off. We're going to pop this clip up. Just use a pick. Just get underneath here, pop that up. And then behind here, there's another clip. Do the same, pop that up. I'm going to grab this hose. And you're going to take this off. You just very slowly and gently pry this back just with a straight blade screwdriver. And the hose will pop off. Set that aside. And there's a line that comes in from the heater hose. Just want to get under here with the pick, pull that clip up, and rock that off. Set that aside. And you can grab the reservoir, pull it up, slides up. If you have to, you might have to pry it up a little bit with a straight blade screwdriver underneath. You can pry in that location right there, just like that. Just be careful. We're going to remove this cooler from the radiator bracket right here. There's a little tab on the side. You want to pull that out. There we go. And then just grab the cooler. And you're going to have coolant come out of there. You can see, make sure you have a drain bucket underneath. You can see there's two O-rings. You're going to want to replace those O-rings. And we want to disconnect this hose right here. I'm just going to use a pick. Pull up the little lock. Very carefully, I'm going to use a pry bar. Just work it back and forth. There we go. Pop that off. You can push back down the lock, set that aside. On these top brackets, these little plugs on the top, we're going to use a 13mm socket. Loosen these up. We don't have to take them out completely, just loosen them. I'll take the bolts off on the sides, use a 10mm socket. And just grab this bracket and slide it out of the way. And take these screws out on top, use a T25 socket. And same on the other side. Just grab the radiator, lift up. And just work it back and forth. Get it past the hoses on the side. And pull it up and out of the way. We're going to disconnect the lines that go into the condenser. Use a 6mm hex socket. Take these bolts out. Grab the lines. There might be a little bit of vacuum on these. There's no pressure because we had the refrigerant removed. I'm just going to use a straight blade screwdriver just to pry this out a little. There we go. Pop that out. Do the same with the bottom one. That's good. And take this screw out. Use a T25 socket. Remove that. Now we'll take this screw out. Use a T25 socket. Pull that out. Now grab the condenser and pull it up. And the bracket on the other side, you just gotta slide it past the bracket and it comes right out. Now I take the roll pins, these are in the box, and I'm just gonna use some pliers and get these lined up. You wanna push these in. All right, that's all the way down. Do the same on the other one. And push those in. That's good. Now, take the condenser and slide this in. Same way it came out. Get that lined up. Make sure it's lined up down below first. Push that in place. And I'll put the screws in. And I'll tighten these down. Snug that down. And you want to put the screw in over here. And we'll tighten that down. All right, that's snug. Now we're going to take a little bit of AC oil, put them on the O-rings. These O-rings look good, so we don't have to replace them. If the O-rings look crushed at all, you're going to want to replace the O-rings. And get these lined up. Push that in place, same with the other one. Take the bolts, get the bolts started. And tighten these down. Now we're going to torque these to 14 foot-pounds. That's good. I'll take the radiator And slide this in place. You're gonna have to work it back and forth a little bit. Get around the transmission lines and the AC lines, the oil cooler lines. It's going to be lined up down below. And push the top down so the bolt holes line up. And get the upper screws lined up. And tighten those down. Snug that down. Do the same on the other side. And snug that down. I'm going to take the hose, get this lined up. Lock that in place. We'll take the cooler, get the cooler lined up. Push that on and push this lock down. That's good. Make sure that's all the way down. That looks good. Now I'm going to take this cover, get this lined up. And put the bolts in. Now I'll tighten these down. Snug those down. And tighten these down. Make sure you pull the radiator in a little bit so it lines up. That's in place. Same on this side. All right, that looks good. I'm going to take the reservoir. I'm going to line this up. Just going to hold the hoses at the base and just push that on. That's all the way down. Take the lock that in place, and that's good. And you want to take the connector for the level sensor and plug that in. Now this hose, push the lock back down, slide this in place, lock it down. Take this pipe, line this up, and lock that down. I'm just putting a thin coat of silicone on there. And the clip. Get the clip lined up. Push the clip back in place. Get this lined up on the radiator. And slide it on. Lock it in place. Take the connector, connect the connector. And take this lower shield, get this lined up. And get the screws started. And tighten these down. And the ones in the back, tighten those down. Now take the shroud and the fan together. Slide these down in place. Once we get it close, we can get the fan started. And it's reverse threads, so you're going to have to go towards the left or counterclockwise. There we go. Got it started. And before I tighten that down, just get the shroud in place. couple ears at the base that need to get slid into the slots. You can see there's a couple of tabs that need to get slid into place right here, down below, and at the base of the radiator. Get those lined up, and then we can put the push pins in. And take the push pins, push those in place. If you had a third one in the middle, you want to push that one in as well. This vehicle didn't. There you go. Push that in place. All right, now tighten up the fan. Tighten down the fan. And I'm just going to use the same remover tool that I used to tighten it down. If you have the ability to torque this, you want to torque that to 29 foot-pounds. I'm just going to give it a tap. That's tight enough. Take the wiring harness, get that lined up, lock that in place, and the connector, lock that in place. That's good. Now take this hose, get this lined up, slide that in place. That's over. And I'll tighten this down. Snug that down, that's good. Take the airbox, get this in position. Attach it to the hose. Latch that down in place. And these two bolts. Tighten these down. Take the wire, slide that in the retainer there. Connect the mass airflow sensor, lock it in place. Put this cover in place. Get this lined up. Push the push pins in. Now we're going to add the coolant. Take the cap off. Going to use a funnel, and right here there's a bleeder. I'm going to use a Phillips head screwdriver or a straight blade screwdriver. Loosen up the bleeder screw. You don't have to take it out completely. And you want to use the appropriate coolant. Use a 50-50 mix, and you want to fill it up. You can see this is where the level indicator is. You want that somewhere in between there. If it's all the way up, there's a little too much. If it's too far down, so you want it in the middle there. But we should see some coolant start coming out of there, out of the bleeder. You can grab the upper hose, and you can see if you squeeze it a little bit, you can get some of the coolant out, and then close that bleeder screw once that's filled up. The coolant level is up to the top right now. We're going to start the vehicle, let it run for a minute. The coolant level may go down. You want to adjust accordingly. After a minute, then you're going to put the cap on, secure that down, let the engine run until it warms up, about 15 to 20 minutes. And you want to monitor, make sure the engine isn't overheating. And then after that, shut the vehicle down, let it cool, and then double check your level and adjust accordingly.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.